And when I get into maybe, now I know I'm going to close the deal. I'm shooting for maybe, and I'm not afraid of no. No means nothing to me. It just, a lot of times it's a conditioned response. When I ask the client to buy the car, the automatic response in general, not being just in general, the world at large, is going to be an emphatic no. And that's okay. How you can be the greatest salesperson on the planet. I love the word no, because when I hear no, I am closer to making a sale. I am closer to making a yes. And if I had a whiteboard, I would do this for you right now. So what generally happens with the no is and I'm going to try to describe this, and you have to maybe draw it out on your own piece of paper right now. So the first no is a big no. Big N, big O, no. The second no gets smaller. The third no, it's a progression. It goes from big no, smaller no, smaller no. They keep getting smaller and smaller, quieter and quieter. First no, no way, no.
Absolutely not.
No. But as you keep providing information, no for me just means I need more information. So I remind them of what they told me when they first came into, in our case, the dealership. And they told me that this was important and this was important. They told me all the reasons why. And so when they tell me no, I'm going to get my list out and say, when you first came in, you said safety was important to you. Have I satisfied that for you? And you said that comfort was important to you. And I go through the whole list. Now, is there anything that we've left off here that's really important to you about your automobile relationship? No, you've covered it all. Then I'm going to politely ask you to buy the car. No. Notice it's not quite as strong as the first no, but they're still saying no.
Because you provided value. Yeah.
I provided value.
That's right.
They still need more information. So I'm going to keep going. And the next no is going to be smaller, and the next no is going to be smaller. And guess what? I'm going to get to maybe.
So they're not rejecting you. They're just unsure that they have enough information to make a decision.
You know what? I think if you really think about selling and personalize it for yourself, it's like you go into a store and you're looking for something very important to you. And somebody says, "Can I help you?" What do you say?
I'm good. I'm just looking.
Exactly.
That's what everybody says.
We feel like we have to say no. I think the first no is just, that's an automatic response almost. Like, no, like we almost feel like we can't say yes. We have to say no. So that first no just makes me smirk a little bit. And the second and third, similar. They're going to keep saying no. But I'm going to keep providing them with information because I did have my list filled out at the beginning. I got my reasons why that made them emotional. And I'm just going to keep reminding them. But you said that this was important to you, and we got that resolved as well. And remember when you were driving a car, you said, "Oh my God, I love the way this thing handles." Remember that? I think we should go ahead and make this thing happen. And it gets a little weaker, and it keeps getting weaker. And then finally it goes to a maybe, and then a yes. So I'm not worried about the no. The no to me just means the customer is asking for more information, and I'm going to give it to them based on what I know about them. And I'm going to ask them to buy again. And we felt that we needed to hear how many no's before we got a yes.
Probably 7 or 8.
7. 7 was the magic number. So if we have to get 7 no's, notice what I said. I said this very candidly. I said, a no means I'm closer to making a sale. And if I got the first no out of the way, now I give them more information. I ask them to buy the car again. Another no.
Do you almost feel cautious if somebody gives you a yes at like number 2?
No.
Are you like weird?
No,
Okay.
Of course not. If they want to say yes, beautiful. Don't make it out like there's something wrong with them. And by the way, when you do that kind of crap, they sense it. They sense it. It's absolutely factual, scientific fact. When you have a nervous disposition, the client picks up on that.
That's right.
That's a fact.
Yep.
A dog picks up on your anxiety. So when I ask the customer to buy their car and they say yes, what else would they say? So I'm Jim Shorkey, and I've got this great car, and I've got this great price, and we satisfied all your wants and needs. Of course they're going to say yes. But if they say no, that's okay too.
Yep.
No means nothing to me.
Yeah. So folks shouldn't be afraid of the no. Some people are
they should
so
encourage the no.
Of,
let's get
I'm
it.
gonna get rejected.
Let's get the no out of the way. Let's go to second no. We felt that we needed to hear 7 no's. You could say 6 or 5, but it doesn't matter. We need to hear a number of no's before we say, okay, this isn't going to happen today. Let's schedule an appointment for when they can come back
Yep.
and have it be a yes.
Yeah.
But we got to go through a
Jim,
progression.
even that is brilliant because you're not just saying they're never going to happen. Good luck.
No,
to 'em.
absolutely not. So I'm at my seventh no. So we're just not going to do it today, Jim. Okay, that's fine. And I respect that. It's America. We live in America, don't we? You get to choose.
Yep.
And I honor and respect that. So let's conclude today. But I do want to set up an appointment for when we can get back together and make it a yes. What day works for you this week? And would it be morning or afternoon or evening? What do you prefer? Give it a day and what time of day? And let's make a firm appointment to get back together again. But I can tell right now, Derek,
That was interesting. That was a very clear confirmation. You didn't say, let's get an appointment so I can follow up with you. You said,
here's exactly what I'm going to say. I'm going to close you. I'm going to say, no, listen, we're going to make an appointment. And if you want to cancel that appointment, then I would encourage you to do so. But if you're going to keep the appointment, then I'm expecting you to come here prepared to consummate the deal. Is that fair enough?
that's a pretty confident language, Jim. I like it. Yeah.
Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
So I'm going to give, you said you need a week. Okay, I'm going to give you that week. But we got an appointment scheduled for Saturday morning at 10:30. And I want you to do your thinking and do your whatever you want to do.
Yep.
But when you come back on Saturday morning, I'm expecting for you and I to do paperwork and have a done deal.
Yeah.
Is that good for you?
Yeah. It's brilliant because I think you're clearly communicating what you want the end goal to be instead of letting it be up in the air. Well, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. You're not spending so much of your time on somebody who maybe is more leaning toward no, even after the seventh no. Right?
So we're done. We've concluded. So I'm going to stand up with you. You're standing up. We're walking to the door. We're at the door.
Yep.
Can you visualize that?
Yeah, I can.
You were at the door.
I see two
You're
glass
moving
doors.
towards your
Yep.
car.
Yep.
Derek, can I ask you one final question before you leave?
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do to make this transaction happen today before you leave?
Nope, I don't see any way.
What if you said there was?
Well, then we'd go sit back down and talk through it.
I'm going to ask you one more time.
Yeah.
Do you know how many deals that I've closed? See, there's money in the second knock. There's money in the third, fourth, fifth, sixth
Why
knock.
would someone get all the way to walking out the door to then turn around and go, like what's going on?
Because they
Somebody's
really
head?
do want to buy the car. They really do like the car. We've got them emotionally involved, but they just don't want to say yes. And we just ask them one more time, and they say, well, you know what? If you could knock $100 off or $1,000, whatever that would be, I'm just looking for an offer. And they say, I don't know that I can do that. I'll try, but if I was able to do that or something close to that, could we have a deal today?
Yeah.
Let me go check
Yeah.
with the boss. I'm not the boss.
Right.
I'm not the owner. I am. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm going to take one more shot at it. And I've closed a lot of deals that way because when I walk them to the door, what happens? They relax.
Yeah. They were just sitting down with you and felt tense.
They calm down. But you know what? You ever buy a car? It's great. You love the car. You're thinking about vacation. You're thinking about the kids. You really do want to buy the car. You just aren't comfortable saying yes. And you feel like you got to put it off. But at the end of the day, when you get home tonight, having not bought the car, let me ask you a question. And I want you to think about this pragmatically. If you bought the car versus not buying the car, which one's going to create better sleep? As a rule. Not every time, mind you, but
Right. Depends on how bad you need the car.
if you're on the precipice, you're leaving the dealership. You didn't buy the car. You're gone.
Right.
You bought the car. You bought your new car.
Right.
Which one's going to cause you to sleep better? Which one's going to create a better sleep scenario?
Probably the new car.
Yeah, wouldn't you think? Because if you think about it, when you look at sleep, and sleep's very important to me. If I have things that I haven't decided on that have got me ruminating on,
Remember one of the cars we bought? We must have got at the dealership. Gosh, I don't know, noon or something, and we didn't leave till 8 or 9 p.m. because I just kept saying no, and eventually they knocked down the nose, and it was like 9 o'clock at night on a Sunday, and then whatever dealer incentive thing they had that ended on the 31st was ending. If you don't get this today, who knows what the deal's going to be like tomorrow? I was finally like, all right, let's do it.
good. Slept good that night.
Yeah.
Versus not. I'm not saying this is the reason to buy or not buy a car, but the fact is that when you're in a position of not making a decision, then you're not going to sleep as well. And that's not, I'm not saying that's the reason I'm just commenting that you'll sleep better having made the decision versus not making the decision. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Jim, another good episode about rejection. Jim, thank you.
My
thank
pleasure.
you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know your feedback. I know more and more of you are watching these videos, and we'd love to hear the value you're getting.